야, 다치로 강가 다시 델레 소소 가와야나 강가 데보트 키워야 보여 이래와요.
So, firstly, Tashidele, greetings to all Dharma friends wherever you are. We hope that you are well. We hope that you are happy.
아니 다 드리고 간저 대야 디세 투투 되는 다 같이 먹는 전부 다 렌드 그거 세나면도 근데 여러 중이데 아니 시우 중인 것도 로도 전에 다 기대서 되자기 있어.
So, today, during this short presentation, we will be looking at some important points connected with cause and effect, but specifically, we will be looking at the 12 links of dependent arising or dependent origination, and we'll be looking at those 12 links through the lens of the stages of the path of those of the small scope.
다 간저 코알 판 또는 로 코알 코도시나 시그나요 데려라 중이데 같이 머리 코알이 다 쪼그거요나요 데려라 중이게 내서 다시 해야 돼 같이 뭐지레스.
So, in terms of samsara, if we want to understand how the circling within samsara occurs, it's important to have a comprehension of the 12 links of dependent arising. And similarly, if one wants to aim for liberation from samsara or cyclic existence, it's important to understand these 12 links.
다 될 쪽 되는 코알 좋아라 쪽 년도다 될 저이 메지 시우 중이 그 보여 론자 토자 가르는데 시우 중이 그 보여 다 로를 빠지셔서나 뭐도 다 약간의 제약 가르는데 다 디고들 이야기 있어.
And so we will explain it from the point of view of the small scope, and specifically, we will look at one who is aiming towards a freedom from the lens of the goals of the small scope, and also understanding the obstacles to the practitioner of the small scope. But the 12 links will be presented from that perspective.
다 쿠와 투자서 누지 다 비비다 보시서 하셔봐라 쿠와 동버마 동버티 때문에 맨 야보지 맨나 어떤 단이 받아서 막까지 내가 요야 내가 첨부요 나더니 야보지 야 말이스.
And so we look at this presentation as we would sort of look at the 3 floors of a house, and we understand if that if the first floor is not established in a stable way, then the second and the top floors will also be very unstable.
다 샤건다고 지기들이 만들고 있어.
And we will go through this topic by way of a glance meditation.
다 그냥 처음에 비교다 좋아하던 너도 강가 파전에 리도세 헬레지는 되기 선바지.
And bring forth a thought that I will set aside any distracting feelings, I will set aside any projecting minds.
아니 들이 좋은가 좀 미인라고 대단 로리 주 세야데 간이 진도다 야보지 다기 선바지.
And today, as part of our aim, we will turn our attention to the 6 types of sentient beings within samsara. What are those 6 types of beings?
로리 주 세나 냐송송 아니 덴로송.
When we think about those 6 types of beings, we can divide them into 3 types of beings in the unfortunate realms, 3 types of beings in the fortunate realms.
야와이다 덴로서들 냐송송.
Hell, hungry ghosts, and animal realms are those unfortunate realms, the 3 unfortunate realms.
미 라마유송 잘라바이나 아니 덴로송.
And the human realm, the asura or the demigod realm, and the deva or the god realm, these are the 3 fortunate or higher realms.
ndigendowa ritu dendosa tungendosa te ani ladu mandawa chikatene zoja redo jemmeba chemeba latene shore.
And so when we look at these 6 types of sentient beings within samsara, the 3 types in the unfortunate realms, the 3 types in the fortunate realms. Within the fortunate realms, we should think, are the humans and gods so forth, are they born there randomly or based upon causes?
ladu mandawa tene shepapu tene yendo chik zoja tene mares remde.
It is not that there is some external force, outside power, that determines that those beings will be born as humans or as devas, as gods. This is not the case.
Jitu Jie Mambo Chila Tene Shore, Dendo Yinayo, Jitu Jie Mambo, Nendo Yinayo, Jitu Jie Mambo Chila Tene Shore.
They are born there due to a large collection of the appropriate causes and conditions, just as it is through the appropriate causes and conditions that rebirth in the unfortunate realms is determined, so it is because of causes and conditions that one is born in these fortunate higher realms.
Jitu Jie Lila Wachine Sela Nyamayin, Zo Chite, Leto Nyamula Tene Shore.
And when we give a sort of simple, concise presentation of causes and conditions, we can understand the driving factor of these is karma and affliction.
Jitu Jie Pate Zetani Siwozone Murtuayin, Tendela Chinela Tene Shore.
And when we talk about these causes and conditions from a broader perspective, this brings us to a discussion of these 12 links of dependent arising or dependent origination.
Oda Dendo to Nendo Sidusina Shapopote, and it's all Lenny Sanandogre, Tendeola Chini Sanandogre.
So if we could say that the doer or the determiner of an unfortunate rebirth or a fortunate rebirth, we could say the doer is karma and affliction. We could also say the doer or the agent of that rebirth are these 12 links of dependent arising.
Then Zo the La Chini Ganonet, Jetudo, and individuals.
And we can divide these 12 links of dependent arising simply into two categories, 6 causes and 6 results.
Dendo Yinayo, the Pechituna Yungudu, or that Nendo Yinayo, Tone, the Jetu, and Jetu Latin Yares.
And the 6 causes and 6 results, these are the consideration whether we're speaking of a being born in these fortunate realms or being born in the unfortunate realms.
Ta Tunani Zo Chititan, Nendo Sot Kawan and Nondo Yares, Ta Maripa do Nigalcano Yaras. Yinayo, Ane Lendela Mubi Mariba Asachi, Ane Shuchimbochi Latene, Ne, you couldn't put in on it lesa. Le Telatin as a sol, to what's all the Tintinium.
When we talk about being reborn in these fortunate or these unfortunate realms of existence, we could say that ignorance is a factor that operates behind both of these types of rebirth. But when we speak about a rebirth in these unfortunate or lower realms, we could say principally it is due to an ignorance of the law of cause and effect. Due to this particular ignorance of the law of cause and effect, one engages in non-virtuous actions, and these act as that force which compels one to be reborn in these 3 lower realms.
Jugewa Shebali, an individ Devanjua. Jeva, an dipele Shebalatene, David Nuanjua, Mashibung Betane, Le, Yamamu, she saw Dipamu Washana, running as doing a society.
Those beings, if one is ignorant of the fact that it is virtuous actions which lead to happy results and non-virtuous actions which lead to suffering results, because of an unknowingness and ignorance of that, then one is compelled into evil actions, accumulates negative karma, and has this resultant unfortunate rebirth.
Legend Yabu, Kile, Tela Tenetene, Gale, Kaze, Yabu Shebayina, Tuneti, Indivitella, and it dendo certain.
If one, on the other hand, has an understanding of cause and effect, and based upon that understanding, one strives in virtuous or positive actions, one accumulates merit, and that will be the cause for one to be able to be reborn in the higher or fortunate realms.
Tendisata, Pesha, Delatane, Maripate, and Lekashake, Soso Dandal, Pesha. Maribate, Madmudunda, Lekashiki,
So by way of this example, we could personalize this and think that ignorance, right? This ignorance is actually like the person, the agent who does the action.
Shidunda, which you know, Sabe Takitani, Materas, Watenda Wateres.
The ignorance is like that person, that farmer who plants the seeds in the earth. And this way, the ignorance is like the person, the agent.
Tati Sabe Zunez, Tani Yaga, Yambachi Sabe Nitaya duas, Tatis, Tani, Wata, Tet, and Digatini Lete, Sabe Dunda Wateres.
And so then those seeds that are planted, the seeds that are planted, whether poisonous seeds or virtuous seeds, negative seeds or positive seeds, those seeds are like action, karma.
Ani Ngaroso, Sem Noshite, Sabeta Sagatani, Shinkati Chiparenduas.
And our mind, or we could say consciousness, this is like the field, or the field where those seeds are planted.
Wata Lende Yabo, Keleni Sosoga Sabe, Noshi Shinkatuna, Noshiti, and the Sabe Abos, Caseta Bayena, Telatene, running, then Bolatuma Compel, no much about Toyachi.
If based upon a knowledge and understanding of cause and effects, we determinedly plant positive or good seeds within this field of our mind, this field of our consciousness or mental continuum, then one can reap the harvest of a fortunate rebirth, for example, in the human or deva, the god realms.
Yes, Shikadonde, Noshiti, and the Sabe Nyambachita, Wata Lekan, Kaneshawa Nyamba, Wata, Dipile Momoshebaina, Telatene, Wata Mirzo Telco, Jomachabato Theatre.
If one, on the other hand, does not have this knowledge and one is compelled into evil or harmful actions, through those evil or harmful actions, it is negative or poisonous seeds that are planted within the consciousness, within the mind, and then the harvest that is reaped from that is that harvest of unfortunate rebirths. One is compelled to a lower rebirth.
Wata Nyasusa, Doin, Gange Simato, Anemea is at that Telendo to Mando Seates, Yendo Sicila Palamundo Sosila Palatis.
When we speak about these three unfortunate realms, these are realms where the beings endure constant difficulty, constant unhappiness. But whether one ends up in those lower realms or not, it's not based upon an external force or power. This is in our own hands because it happens through our own actions.
Nets catching what Digia is at a lender yapo sunilla, or that Joannisha, the Ladumay Comboya Potayachita, Demo Mashava Tamadu, so much.
So based upon this understanding of the power of cause and effect, then we have to establish this intention to establish a positive, engage in positive, virtuous actions so that from lifetime to lifetime in the future, I will definitely strive for the causes of the rebirth as a human or deva.
Oh, yeah, that did it.
So we'll pause there.
Ani she would any that lenders at catching boy market and washes as was, that in the yellow junior mata calecale, so she went to Java, she would chimbo to Java calecale, you won't get a lot of more.
So today we focused mainly on the presentation of a cause and effect, and we touched a little bit on the 12 links of dependent arising from the point of view of the small scope, and then hopefully in the future we'll talk more about these 12 links of dependent arising specifically as connected to the middling scope and the great scope.
Tangarosu Kangal Lendesu Alcachiga Paji Mebanda, which is a Tendlina, Lende Aposu, Shawan, Shaw, Lende Aposu, Shawa,
So, because cause and effect is so important, we have to make the effort to protect our karma through observing cause and effect, not only in this life, but we should also pray that we can observe and protect our karma, abide by cause and effect from lifetime to lifetime in the future.
야, 대체
Thank you very much.